Just want to share with you a business lesson about scarcity versus abundance. Interesting situations happened to me over the last 2 days. Very simple, but I think they portray really well this principle of abundance versus scarcity. So I'm about to head to the gym just over there in Prague, and I wanted to get myself a cup of coffee. So I walked into this really beautiful coffee shop, and what I always do is I like to get espresso with extra water. Simple reason is that I don't like to drink too much caffeine. So I like when it's a bit softer, right? Because I can drink it over time. So I explained to the lady in a very nice way with a big smile what I wanted. I paid for it. When she gave me the coins back, I dropped them into the tip box, probably like 1 or 2 euros, which normally people don't do in coffee shops, right? And she could clearly see that. So at some point, she started pouring the coffee into a regular cup. And I said, hey, excuse me, can you please put it in the takeaway cup? Because I'm gonna go now. So she started pouring the coffee into this really small cup. And I'm like, oh, can you please pour it into the bigger cup? Because I wanna add more water. And this, if you use this cup, then I wanna be able to add more water. And that's when she said, and this shocked me, she said, oh, but then it's lungo. And then you have to pay more. With kind of this weird attitude in her voice. But then I explained, look, it's not about the money. I just want to add some water. I don't want more coffee. I just want extra water. And then she repeated herself, look, then it's not espresso, you got to pay more. And just as a lesson for her, I told her in a very polite way. I said, look, it's okay, I'll pay more. But like for the future, bear in mind, I gave you a nice tip and I'm not asking for too much. Anyway, yeah, sure, this is the money. So I paid, no problem, have a nice day. And another situation happened to me 2 days ago in Budapest, which is quite interesting. So I went to the salad bar, and whenever I go to those salad places, I like to make my own salad. I don't like the set menu. I always literally tell them, hey, I want X, Y, and Z, and I add a lot of ingredients, and then I'll just pay for any extras that I add. So what happened was, I said, hey, can I please get some tomatoes? So she added this very tiny portion. And that's when I said, hey, can I please have the double? And she looked at me in a weird way. I'm like, I'll pay for it, don't worry. I'll pay for extra tomatoes. So she took this spoon, she put the tomatoes into the salad. And then as if she felt like she gave me a bit too much, she pulled out one little piece of tomato out of my salad box. And I didn't comment on that. I didn't say anything. But it got me thinking, it really got me thinking. I'm just wondering, like, wow, you would try to save a little piece of tomato and destroy the entire perception that the customer has of your place. Because suddenly I look at her and I'm like, wow, what a cheapo. What's going on here, right? So I'm sharing this with you because those two situations happened literally within the last 48 hours. And I feel quite grateful for those types of situations because they are a good reminder how the principle of scarcity versus abundance works. And I feel like very often in life what happens is that we want to make more money, we want to build bigger businesses, we want more and more and more of different things. But very often we approach those things with the mindset of scarcity. And I feel like whenever you focus too much on just counting like little cents here and there, or saving 1 cent here, 1 cent there, especially at the cost of the relationship with someone, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. It's kind of like, I don't remember who was that, but one of my old buddies said something in the lines of, look, most people go to the gym, they see that massive dumbbell over there, they look at their muscles and they say, hey muscles, can you please grow so I can go and lift that dumbbell? It doesn't work like that. I mean, first of all, you gotta go to the gym, you gotta train, so you break down those microfilaments in your muscles, right? You have to rip apart all of those fibers in your muscle tissue. So your muscles grow, right? Then you give proper nutrition, they grow, they get stronger, they have more endurance, then you can lift that bigger dumbbell. And the same thing applies to making money. I mean, simple as that. So if you want to build a bigger business, if you want to scale, if you want to make more, then you have to give more, right? You have to give more value. I mean, making money is just about giving value to people. It's hard to wrap your head around it, right? Especially when you're getting started. Maybe you just had a regular job and now you are delving into entrepreneurship for the first time. It's pretty tricky to wrap your head around it. But really, if you want to make more money, you just have to figure out, okay, how can I give more and more and more value to people, because they're going to pay you for that value. And it may not happen right away, but eventually it's going to happen. So when you have the scarcity mindset, like the lady from the salad bar or the lady from the coffee shop, and you're charging extra for a little cup, and even though you just got a nice tip, when you do things like this, you're pushing away a lot of opportunities, right? Because again, the coffee shop situation, I would have gone back there with my buddies, would have left a review, would have paid for a bunch of more things, maybe would have brought even more people later on. So it's like a massive missed opportunity for a coffee shop like that. And they didn't have too many customers, and now I know that probably this could be partially the reason why. So I'm sharing this video because this is one of the most common traps people fall into. And so guys, all the best. Have an amazing day, and hope this was useful. I hope that this gave you some good food for thought.